Hello and welcome to the Paranormal Task Force Operation Podcast with me, your host, KD, and my co-host, Greg Myers. Say hello, Greg.
If you spell my name right, I might.
I can pronounce your name right,
but
and that's what really matters. Right. Well, I can't spell for shit.
I might have to let them all know. I'd hate to let them all know what the KD stands for.
Let them know. Tell it. Let's say it. Say it to the world.
That's okay. I know it's your secret, so I'll leave it be. But before we start, I just want to say I just learned some sad news within the last 4 hours or so that we lost a fellow paranormal brother, David Lowery, who's also known as the Paranormal Highwayman. And a lot of people that went to Ashmore Estates sometime back probably knew Dave very well. He was the first caretaker for Rob and Terry there. And
I knew him.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you met him or that before. He was.
I knew him. Yeah, he was. He would always be there, like when I was there to do a speech or something, like at one of the Paracons or something. He would always be there, man. He was like, "I'm there, man." I had like 4 people sitting there watching my speech, and he'd be one of them.
And that's right, the Para-Unity events at the Haunted R too. So,
right.
But we have a special guest tonight. It's basically one of our newest PTF team members that KD wanted added, and she seems like a great person. I'll get to learn about her more tonight as well. So I guess we could just suck Juli Couch in, the one and only.
Boom.
Hey, boom.
There
Hello,
she is.
How are you?
There she is. We're good. How are you?
I'm amazing.
So yeah, awesome. Tonight I get to learn more about you as well.
You do.
So I guess I'll start with the basic question. What's your paranormal involvement been? When did you start with the paranormal side of things?
So metaphysically, I started when I was a kid. I got in trouble in grade school doing seances and trying to table tilt during head down quiet time in school. And that's kind of when it started. I didn't understand paranormal back then. Like there was not a word for it, and then of course Ghost Adventurers came out, and that was like one of the first TV shows that I was aware of. And my husband and I had met, and like we were trying to find things to do together to build hobbies, and we were watching that shit, and we're like, this is what we want to do. So probably 15 years ago, we started getting involved in the paranormal. And of course, we, like everybody else, we started out with our Olympic or Sony recorders. We had one of each, and headsets and like boom mic type things. And that's what we started out with. And then we just advanced in equipment and kind of taught ourselves as we went. So it was kind of freaky because we did a lot of kind of mess ups, fuck ups, and got ourselves involved in a lot of things, but we learned along the way, and then kind of hopped into the world of demons, and I did a lot of study in demonology and demons, and kind of went from there.
So let me get this right. You started, was it grade school or high school?
Grade school, like 3rd or 4th grade. Yeah. Are you always
a kid drawing like the person that I play with, Mommy? This is the person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I had things that I talked to. I didn't understand things I saw. There was something in the basement of the house that I lived in, and I live in that house now, and it's still in the basement. It doesn't chase me anymore. I chase it, but it would chase me.
It's not Chris.
It's not Chris. No.
Okay.
And my parents used like to earn things. I would like to earn roller skates. I had to go downstairs and spend 5 minutes in the dark downstairs. And this thing would chase me halfway up the stairs. And I learned that I could go halfway up the stairs and hold my hand out and tell it to stop. And it would stop. And it was cloaked and it was black. And I had reoccurring dreams and things would come to me. And I didn't understand any of that until I became an adult and went through everything that I went through. And now I have a really strong understanding of what those things were and what shadow work is and why things followed me around. But at the time, I didn't know. My parents would, we'd go into bookstores and shit, and you'd always see me in the religion section, and I would be checking out Bibles and satanic Bibles. Like I was drawn to both. There was a polarity there. So the dark side is always been there with me.
The dark side is strong with this one.
The dark side is strong. I am dark, not evil, not demonic. Dark. There's a difference.
Right. So were you one? So I guess you were one of them creepy little goth kids.
We didn't have. I'm 63 years old. We did not have goth in my days, but I did dress a lot in black, and I dressed a lot like Stevie Nicks. So yeah,
Stevie Nicks is awesome.
Very gypsy witch, not goth, because we didn't have gothic back then. But my mom would ask me. Remember in high school, she's like, "Why is everything you want black?" And my answer was because black matches everything. Like, you know, I would have been a goth kid if they had goth back then.
So we had goth when I was in school.
Yeah.
But you weren't allowed to paint your face at the one school. And I went to this other school. I changed schools. And my first day was on Halloween. And all these kids were all painted up, you know. And I'm like, wow, they let you guys dress up for Halloween at this school? And they're like, no, those are the goth kids. And I'm like, oh, shit, I've never seen those before.
Yeah. I have to clarify, not emo. Never emo. It would have been goth. There's a difference.
No emo.
No, yeah.
So you wouldn't be into slicing yourself, I guess.
No
stained Aaron Lewis stained time. None of that. No. I
like Aaron Lewis. I like that shit.
I like Aaron Lewis now. I didn't like him in Stained. I like him now as country, but I didn't like Stained because Stained was like
Stained. I saw him in a parking lot.
It's been a while.
The lake. It was pouring down rain. Yeah. It was a great concert, but no. Not my thing.
Hello, Haunted MVC. Oh, I forgot. I'm using this thing over here. This is a beta testing thing, I guess, on StreamYard. So the comments will come up right here.
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I use that all the time.
Yeah, I just seen it. Like that wasn't there last time, or I didn't see it. I probably didn't see it because it's kind of tucked away up in the corner there. But,
so what we should have done is let Julie tell a little bit more about herself, like her bio.
Well, I didn't ask her for a bio because I know it's stressful. It's stressful.
No.
Like when people ask me for a bio, I'm like, fuck, I ain't got a bio, man. Like, what do you want me to say? I don't know what to say.
Hey, dude, she's got one.
63.
She's got one.
Married twice. First husband's dead. Thank God. I'm real open about that shit.
Well, okay.
Yeah, I'm like, that was a happy thing. I'm just going to put it out there.
Okay.
The second husband's great. That's Chris. He's part of the team. Love him to death. He's my handler.
Chris is cool.
Chris is cool. He's my handler. So he makes sure I'm safe because I do channel and I'm not always in control when I channel. So my eyes change and Chris is the one that watches me and makes sure that I'm like of sound mind and sound body at all times. Let's see. I have 2 kids. I have 3 grandkids. I have 2 big dogs, 2 big cats, and a snake. And I've been in the metaphysical world most of my life. I'm a RN with a master's degree. I went out disabled in 2021 with COVID, bilateral lung issues, and through blood clots. Mm-hmm. And that's where I'm at. Like my life was saved by one of my gatekeepers, by one of my spirit guides, and kind of a contract was made that like, I'm going to stay alive and this is what I'm going to do. And this is what I do.
So you say Chris is your handler.
Mm-hmm.
Is that so? That's to keep you safe, or is it to keep other people safe when you
probably both?
Something else.
I was going to say that. I was going to say that's probably for other people
and me because I do like.
I'm just kidding.
I let things walk in. I am all about the investigation, and I very freely let things walk in. Like I'm about the conversation. If we can get it on tape and I can clean up afterwards, then let it come on tape and we got great evidence and we see things and that's what, then it's that great capture that everybody's looking for.
Yeah.
So speaking of the metaphysical, what would be your, like, per se, your metaphysical secret weapon?
Probably my smoke. Like because of the gatekeepers that I work with and the dead that I work with, they are all like voodoo Loas. And so they like their cigar smoke. And when I bring out smoke, I can photograph more things in smoke than anybody has seen. Like I call it and I smoke it and it will come and you will see it rise and you'll see, and I'm not talking like paragolia, like you will fucking see things. You'll see big things like people, and you'll see imps and you'll see ints and you'll see elementals and you'll see all kinds of things that you can't unsee. They're very clear cut and defined.
I'll definitely have to check that out.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I've seen great pictures.
I'll be seeing you in Potosi. I guess that's KD clicking on a phone over there.
Oh, you can hear that?
Yep.
Yeah. Click, 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 click.
I was messaging Katie back real quick here.
But I like the way she cut me off instantly with the pareidoia thing, and
yeah, Greg.
Like, when you see it though, like you can't unsee it. Like I've had people identify and bring up family photos and go, look, you got this on your closet door, and here's a picture of my dad, and they're one in the same pose. So yeah, you can't.
Yeah, I can't say I'm a total skeptic of the metaphysical side of things, because I came to realize that certain people do have certain gifts. Some people self-proclaim certain gifts that they really don't have.
Right.
So it's a matter, and that probably frustrates you too if you're the real deal, is it gives you a bad rep as well.
It does, but I'm dark enough that the people that come to me will know. Like I do enough shows in enough places that people have walked by my table and said, oh God, like I'm staying away from you. Your energy is way too intense and way too dark. And I'm like, bye. Like I'm not for you. If you're not ready to sit down and do your work, I'm not going to read for you. I'm not about the buck. I don't give a shit about the money. I'm not in this for the money. Most of my house clearings and most of my stuff I do is for free. My readings are not, and my shaman work is not, but everything else is for free. It's a gift, and I use it for that, to help people empower themselves.
All right, now see you in action down in Potosi coming up on September.
Yeah, I'm looking
27th.
forward to that. That's going to be awesome.
And for those out there, we still have 10 tickets left. So if you want to come down and hang out with KD and investigate them, or get a reading.
Did you say investigate
Juli?
Yeah, he did. He said investigate him.
Investigate with him. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's better.
Somebody might like to investigate.
A lot of people, Sandy, a lot of people don't allow smoke in their place. It just kind of depends. Like,
well, there's places outside to do the
there
smoke
are places
thing
outside to do, and there's
Greg's,
ways around.
Greg's got a plan of where we're gonna put you at first. So
she knows that I put the picture with her when I put it up.
It's gonna be good.
Well, what'd you do that for? You should have surprised her with it.
Come see me.
Well, the little gazebo. Yeah, for everybody out there too. Julie's gonna be down in Potosi earlier that Saturday, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So if you're interested in getting a bone reading, which I don't know what the heck that is, or a 3-card reading.
Greg. Osteomancy.
Yeah, bone reading is. Hi, Kim.
Hey, Kim. Sandy.
Bone reading is a form of divination that's, it's like tarot and everything else, but it's done with bones and trinkets and like real teeth and real objects. And each one has a meaning to me, and the spirits talk to me through those things. I've got great guides, and for me, my trigger is somebody saying their birth name 3 times out loud. And when they say it on the 3rd time, immediately I see scripts from their past, usually in color, and they're real short little sniglets, like 5-second, like a flip through of videos of things that have happened to them. I've been told in higher conscious hypnosis that I'm actually pulling threads down from like the records. I don't see it as that. They just like flop in my mind. And I'll tell people about their childhood. I deal a lot with trauma. I deal with sexual abuse, addictions, physical and emotional abuse, trauma bonds with parents, generational curses. So my readings are not light and fluffy at all. They're not light and love. They get straight to the point of trauma, and we go from there.
Light and love.
No.
Now, what type of readings is that? The bone reading you're talking about?
That is the bone reading, yes.
So it's not like a ruins or whatever. You're not like
No, it's much more in depth. I mean, I
you're
cover.
not shuffling bones and throwing them out on the table. Or
I do throw bones out on the table. But I have a mat that's very organized so that people can see all the different aspects, like the financial and the business and the social and love and spiritual and guidance and health and family. So it's a whole guided mat. And you can record through it. I have nothing to hide. You're welcome to record the reading and video it. Like I'm the real deal. I'm not worried about that shit at all.
Is that the one that takes about an hour to do?
Yep, it does. And I've tried to condense it down to 30 minutes, but I can't. Like my spirits keep talking and I'm like, I'm long-winded. I'm an Aries.
So yeah, I'll just toss out there if anybody's interested in getting a bone reading from Juli and Potosi, I think it's $60 for 60 minutes. It's $1 a minute. That's better than calling a 1-900 number back in the day.
Sandy, it's a combination. I do have human bones. I have human teeth. The teeth are mine.
Whoa.
Yeah, like my wisdom teeth and shit like
Whoa,
that.
wow.
I have animal bones. I have sacred pieces that have been given to me. And I have, so it's a combination of things. Yeah, I've been gifted some things. I have a cat jawbone and some things like that people have donated to me. Yeah.
Interesting.
So, but like I was saying, anybody out there wants a reading from you in Potosi, they don't have to come to our event. You'll be doing some people.
Right. Just stop by and see me
well.
or text me. Like my name's out there. It's Juli with an I, no E. Couch on Facebook, and you can DM me and I'll set you an appointment or whatever. Like I'm real easy. I'm not cheap, but I'm easy.
Then what's the 3-card reading?
3-card is Oracle, and the reason I choose Oracle decks is because in Missouri, and I hate to generalize this, but Missouri is very closed-minded when it comes to tarot. Everybody is a tarot reader. Mm. So they're like, oh, it's a 7 of Wands. Well, you didn't tell me this. Well, I am a guide. Like I am an intuitive reader. So I look at the pictures and tell the story. The fact that it's a wand or a cup doesn't mean shit to me. I can do it that way, but anybody can buy the deck and buy the book and look that shit up. I'm telling you what you need to know from the guides. And I get into arguments with people because people will not, they'll be like, well, I can look this stuff up in a book. Well, no, not what I'm going to tell you. You can't. So Oracle is much more general. It's a quicker read, but I can get straight to the point with Oracle.
Okay, a good question for your abilities. We have someone else on the team, Margaret. You'll meet her sometime, hopefully, but she's been having family things and hasn't been coming out much. Mm-hmm. But she has the ability to say, I have a client in a case with a haunting, even a more negative haunting, that if she could talk to the person on the telephone, and as long as they're inside that house, that she could give a pretty accurate synopsis of what's going on. Mm-hmm. Is that an ability that you have too, or? Most
of the time, yes. I can at least pinpoint whether the person is. I have a long history in mental health. I've got 18 years in forensic mental health. So like I can also identify like when people have got other issues going on that they don't always admit to until you get into the home. If I can get pictures of the property, I can tell you where things are. Yeah. A lot of times it will take a picture of the property, but I can say right off the bat, man, they've got elementals or they're on Indian land, Native American land. They got something buried there. There's something under the house that they need to check for. Yeah.
Cool. And I know from experience, the metaphysical types that practice or gifted it, they're not always 100% all the time. Sometimes they know if they're clicking or not, and I learned that.
Well, and I mean, I've been misguided too, because demons, and my demons are different than Catholic Church demons. I think demons are things by thought, word, and deed that we create negatively or through trauma bonds, and we make monsters out of things that are very small. We build them up and they become monsters or demons. But like there's a lot of times that things will come to me, and at first I'm like going, hey, Hellcat, hi.
This Margaret.
A lot of times things will come to
Hey,
me
Margaret.
like, oh, there's a kid over here that needs to talk. And then later down the road, after I've been led on by a so-called kid, I'm like, oh shit, that ain't a kid. But my bad. Like, it takes me a minute to click. But when I click, I click. Like, it takes me a minute sometimes.
Yeah, speaking about Margaret, she must have knew we were talking about her because I don't think she's came into the podcast since we've been doing it yet.
I'm pretty sure she hasn't. I don't remember seeing her in here.
But getting back to the metaphysical side, like with the paranormal, we have certain icons. Like I know myself and KD shares Harry Price as one of them. But in your metaphysical aspect, who would be like a metaphysical icon for you?
Ooh. Oh. That's a really good question. I don't
That is a good question.
I don't have any. I mean,
I would say if I were you, I would say like King Solomon.
Oh well, yeah, that yeah. I mean,
that would be a good one, probably.
Solomonic magic. But I also work a lot of shit. I'm a free floater because I think everybody. The TV people have all sold out. I'm sorry.
Hey.
I'm good. No, not you. But I mean,
okay.
Like a lot.
I'm not a TV person anymore.
No, it's not that. Like when you meet these people, they're never what you see on the screen. And I've met a lot of people, and they're not at all what you see on the screen. And I'm not going to mention names.
I think I'm more than what you see on the screen when you meet me in person.
Much more.
Maybe that's why you need to be investigated.
Cindy,
whoa.
I would say, woo. Cindy Kaza, like I've taken classes under Cindy Kaza, and I really like her as an individual. I like her as a person.
I like Cindy.
She's very professional, and I like the way she handles herself on screen and off screen.
She's very, very well put together.
She is.
I think it's a good way to
she
say
presents very positively, and she filters her comments in a way that's like it's professional, and I like that because I come off everything but professional. But
me,
well, word. But no, I don't really have anybody because I think so many people are about ego, and I don't like ego. I am not about ego. I never take credit for what I do. Like to me, I'm a vessel and it's a talent, and my spirits they're like really good, and they give me the information. It's not me. I'm just that open tunnel for the information to come out.
Yeah, I know what you're saying about the TV people, Dad. There's one that I've actually seen and impresses me. He's not so much on TV a lot as John Edwards.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
He seems like seems like the real deal. I've been there when he came to St. Louis before.
John Edwards?
And yeah, he's pretty amazing.
Really? Okay. I wouldn't have expected that from you. I don't believe you've ever told me that.
No, I don't share everything.
Good.
He shares everything just in time. It takes time to get it out of him.
Oh yeah, we're learning a bit about it now. Now you have your metaphysical abilities. When you go in the paranormal investigations, do you just limit yourself to that, or do you actually use equipment as well?
I do both. I have a lot of Katie's prototypes.
He does.
I do.
Yeah, that wise man box that I gave you, that you bought from me. Actually, you paid me for it. That one, I've had so many people ask me for one of those. I'm like, well, I can't really make another one of those because that's a very specific cigar box, and I named it off from that cigar box.
I love it. I'll bring that to Potosi. I use a lot of equipment. My husband uses a lot of equipment. Besides following me around, I keep body cams on because you catch things like, besides like forgetting to turn them off when you go to the bathroom and doing stuff.
Yeah, you need to record. Oh man, I've got stories about people like leaving their mic on set.
Oh my God, it's crazy.
You can hear you can't hear it, but the sound people, they can hear it, and the PAs and the producers, they can all hear everything you're doing, and like you forget to leave your mic, to unplug your mic when you go to the bathroom, and everybody's gonna hear that.
Hey, Brandy.
Hey, Brandy. Danny Brumley.
Give Bella a shout out.
Yep, there's
We got
Danny.
everybody up in here.
Yeah, it seems like it. Now, with the metaphysical, it's great that you use equipment. I like seeing that as well.
Well, it backs up. Like for me, the scientific stuff backs up what I do. And I want my clients, when I go to houses too, I bring my equipment, because there's nothing better than saying something at the same time you're declaring. Case in point, I had a lady who had some physical. She had let me think, not ALS, but she had Parkinsonian dementia, and so she was just recently diagnosed, and she was having a lot of perverted things in her head and a lot of perverted things going on in her house. And it really was a cross. And you get in there and you start taking the history and from a mental health side, she needed on meds. She was hallucinating and there was issues. From the witchcraft metaphysical side, she was a Las Vegas witch for 50 years.
Well,
she functioned as a witch in a coven in Las Vegas. Think about that shit. Like, think about the energy there in Las Vegas in the 60s and 70s and 80s. A lot of cocaine, a lot of drugs, a lot of shit went on. And so there was a truth there to what she was hearing and and her whole house was covered in pentagrams, and there was a lot of stuff. Still practicing. I had Katie's reverse play box up on her mantle, and there was definitely some energy going on, whether it was her illness created energy or negative energy. It doesn't really matter where it came from. You need to get it out of the house. And I was at a point where it was starting to frustrate me because I could feel the energy, and it was clouding up around her, and she was becoming more agitated. And so I've got the reverse play box going, and I'm yelling, I command you, to leave this house. Like, I'm commanding you now. Like, I'm in charge. I'm commanding you to leave this house. And I said, in the name of Jesus Christ, I need you to get the hell out of here. And I was very calm about it, but I said it, and Katie's reverse play box comes on and says, Jesus Christ was a fucking liar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
and I mean, she stopped and she looks at me and she says, did that just come out of that machine that you put up on the mantle? And I said, it did. And I said, and it was backwards on top of it. It was backwards on top of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, that reverse box is crazy, because when you get something out of it like that, it's like full, like, it sounds like a whole sentence.
Yeah, and it was very dark worded. It was a very masculine energy, and it came out, and it was just very deep, and it boomed, Jesus Christ is a fucking liar. And we just all kind of stopped. It was like, whoa. Like, here's that take a breath moment where you go, shit, okay, validation right there. See, you're not crazy. You're not like, this is real. Like, this is real. I'm talking to something now. And we were able to take care of it and get down to business, and we got it clean. But yeah, so I think the scientific, there was always a part of her mind that would have said, did she really do this for me? Or she's just placating me? But
yeah, that's a very good point. You bring up a good point there with the equipment, especially like ghost boxes, ITC type stuff, right? Because you can actually get a narrative for what's going on, and not just for you, right? Like, it's one thing for a psychic medium to walk in and go, I'm sensing something, or there's somebody here and it's this person or whatever, and then to tell you that. And it's another thing for somebody to walk in and say, I'm sensing something, this is going on, and then they actually have something there that the other person can take in that information themselves and, get that validation, like you said, from almost a third party kind of.
Well, Emmaus, sort of. I'm sitting on the floor of Emmaus, and Emmaus has got a surgical suite in the basement, and it's where they did lobotomies and all kinds of horrible things. And I'm sitting on the floor, and there's rumored that there's 3 kids that run around there. I don't do kids. I don't do kids, and I don't do clowns. 2 things I don't do: kids, clowns, and bugs. I don't do those things. but these kids are running around, and it was pretty clear to me that they were kids. They weren't like demonics. They were kids. And I'm sitting on the floor, and like Chris has got a camcorder and I've got a body cam going on, and we've got stuff going on, and we've got an ITC device in the middle of the floor, and something flips my hair. Like I can feel it. And I don't remember if we caught that flip on camera, but I immediately said, oh, my hair just flipped. And on one of Katie's devices, it came through and it says, oh, you felt that?
Oh, yeah. See, that's validation for everybody else.
See, right there.
That's pretty cool.
That I'm not making shit up on camera. Like, to me, I want people to see I'm the real deal. I'm not making this shit up. And
yeah, I've always said that about people with psychic abilities. Like a lot of people with psychic, or they claim to have psychic abilities, are like they don't want to use equipment. They don't want any kind of equipment. And it's like I'm not saying you should use equipment just because like your lack of ability. It's for other people, if nothing else. So
I think if you're the real deal, you should not be offended by that, because I think it validates, and my equipment has validated almost every fucking thing. Like I sat there in one lady's house, and she had a Las Vegas. I deal with a lot of Las Vegas shit. And she had a Las Vegas hotel mirror hanging in the end of her hallway, and it was a portal. And I'm sitting there, and where can see and type comments but can't get the feed, huh?
Yeah, that's all. That must be on her end.
I'm not sure. That's weird.
Yeah.
But I was sitting underneath the mirror on the floor, like I had my back up against it, and the mirror was hanging on the wall. And Chris has all this different equipment, and he's got a I want to say he was doing thermal. It might not have been thermal, but you could see the light colors, and all of a sudden everything started like coming towards me in different lights. Like you could see all the different things, and the SLS popped up, and you could see stick figures like around me. And I'm going, what is, like, I'm blindfolded, I'm headphoned, and I'm going, what is this right here? There's something sitting right here, and it's trying to touch my hand. And you can see like a stick figure trying to reach out and touch my hand. I love the equipment because it just validates that I'm the real deal.
Boom, there you go.
Yeah, KD. Actually, in the past, there was someone part of Missouri Paranormal Research before we became Paranormal Task Force that actually self-proclaimed that they were going to be psychic, and that way they don't have to worry about keeping up and playing with all the damn equipment.
Well, that's convenient, but I think you can't. That's not something you can just decide. So
no, but this person kind of did for a while.
Well, I mean,
there's always those kind of people. There's always going to be those people. And have I hit it wrong? I'm not going to say I'm right all the time. I'm not going to say that. Right. But equipment isn't right all the time either.
No, you're right.
I go by feelings, and I go by what's being fed to me. Now, somebody would ask, who's feeding that to me? I know who I think is feeding that to me, but I'm not going to argue whether it's really who I think it is or not. We don't know that yet. That's what we're trying to find out, right? So to me, it doesn't matter if it's, and I'll argue biblical all day long. I don't really care what's feeding it to me, as long as I'm getting fed the information that imparts evidence and imparts a conversation. It doesn't matter to me. And that's where I differ from a whole lot of people. I'm not love and light. I'm also darkness. And so, if something demonic is feeding that information, then I'm getting the information. So be it. Thank you for that information. I'm learning. I'm growing. I'm learning. I'm not scared.
That's a good way to look at it. I think it's impartial.
It is impartial, and to me, like, I'm not a jump scare person. If it's not a rat, a mouse, or a bug that falls on me, I'm fucking good. Like, there is nothing that's going to happen that I'm
don't like spiders. I don't like camel spiders.
No,
I don't like any kind of spiders. I especially don't like camel spiders. They're the worst. They're just scary looking, and they chase you.
Yeah, I don't like anything like that. We were at a house. We were at 100-and-some-year-old farmhouse that needed to have been bulldozed, and it had gaps in the boards. And unfortunately, it ended up being a sex trafficking case that got dumped. But there was a whole lot of shit in that house. And at the end of the night, it was probably 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, maybe 1 o'clock in the morning. and I'm sitting up on this pedestal stool thing because there's like their whole kitchen is moving with mice. Like when I say moving, the pots and pans and everything are literally gliding back and forth on the counters, and they had big rats that were eating dead animals in the attic.
Good Lord, Jesus.
That was horrible. It was horrible. And I got sick right after that. Like I swear I got some kind of, hentai
That
virus.
sounds like one of my animal control cases.
Oh God, horrible. And I'm sitting on this stool and I got my feet up and this yellow ball pit ball goes like flying over my feet. And like it literally goes like airborne and flying over my feet. And I'm sitting there and I looked over at Chris and I'm like, tell me that was a ghost. Like, tell me something was there that threw that. And he goes, nope, it's like this long and had a tail like this long. And I'm like, oh Jesus, I'm in trouble. I would, throw me, pull my hair, scratch me, jump out in front of me. I'm good. But bugs and mice and demon kids, I don't do.
Demon kids. Yeah, I think they're demon kids. I don't think they're actual kids.
No, they're not. They're not. Like, I just don't.
The black-eyed kids.
Yeah, it's not like a kid. It's not like a real kid. It's not like a ghost kid. I don't think so. I could be wrong, but I refuse to believe that children are going to be,
No, I agree.
Some kind of eternity and some kind of limbo space. I feel like maybe they haven't developed the attachment to life like we have.
Now, I do see kids in accidents. Like I will see them on the highway, but I see them in dead form and they don't move. Like they're there. And I think that that's like an imprint of energy.
Yeah, some left over from them.
Yeah,
maybe.
like a residual picture of the death scene. I will see that. They never wave. They never acknowledge me. So I would say it's probably residual. But the night that we did the aviation place, that night in the hotel, so that morning, it's.
I hate that hotel. I hated that hotel. That hotel was terrible.
I didn't stay where you stayed. Mine was pretty good.
Okay. No, the one I stayed at was terrible. I do not recommend.
Mine was pretty good, and I was probably a quarter till 4 o'clock. I'm drifting off to sleep, and I start, like that twilight, like I'm going under, and all of a sudden I woke up, and I don't think I was awake. I think it was that dream state. And there was a kid, and that's why I asked you guys about Daniel. There was a kid standing right next to my bed, and he was in a burnt orange, kind of reddish burnt orange and black tweed suit, which was really weird. Like it was an old-fashioned tweed jacket with tweed pants, and he had penny loafers on, and he had a tam that matched, and he was blue, like blue-gray, dead, no eyes. And he's standing next to my bed, and I looked at him, and I jumped for a minute, and I'm like, what, who are you? What do you want? And he like opened up his mouth, and it took him a minute, and he yelled at me. He yelled, Daniel. And I'm like, okay, your name is Daniel. And he yelled it like 3 times. And finally I'm like, the fuck, man, like either get your point across or move on, because I'm trying to sleep. And he just kind of disintegrated, and that was it. I didn't feel like he was related to the hotel. I feel like he came back with me.
And that was at the hotel?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the
hotel. You think he came back with you from the aviation museum?
I think he did. And he had something he wanted to tell me. It was really important. I got his name Daniel, but because he said it really clear, like he put a lot of energy into
saying his name. Well, I think it's difficult for him to speak to us.
Yeah, and it was very clear.
Kim Libby says, Juli Couch, I'm with you on bugs and spiders. They freak me out, but I'm good with snakes.
I'm good with snakes too. I love snakes.
I'm fine with snakes too. I don't mind snakes because you can see snakes. You see them coming. You can see them slithering around. You can see them trying to attack you. You can't see spiders, right? Everybody you know who's had a brown recluse bite. Did they see the brown recluse first? No. They always oh, what is this? I have a thing under my arm. And next thing you know, their arm's rotting off.
No, yeah.
Not cool.
No. And I've taken care of those bug bites in hospitals, and I just, nope.
Danny says nobody likes camel spiders. Unfortunately, Danny, there are a few people out there who actually enjoy camel spiders. I know it's weird. Look it up on YouTube. Hellcat says living people make me run away. Spirits I'll run towards. I'll take spirits over most.
Absolutely.
A lot of living people.
100%. 100%. Yeah.
Margaret Shelton says the comments keep disappearing. That sounds paranormal, Margaret.
She said that earlier too.
Yeah.
StreamYard.
Okay. So, yeah, StreamYard or just Facebook. I don't know.
Beta
It's
testing
weird.
too. It's beta, so they
Yeah.
make it
Oh, yeah. Maybe if you're talking about on the screen.
Yeah.
On the screen comments, that might be why. So I could do this, and then you can see your comments.
That's why they call it beta testing.
Yep, through that.
But they're probably well, I don't know. Maybe the comments, like there's a comment field on your screen too. So weird. Now you're back. Welcome back, Margaret.
Magic.
It's
So
paranormal.
It's paranormal.
It's paranormal.
Witchcraft.
So now I know better than to ask what your scariest moment was, because
No, my
you said you're
scariest
not,
my scariest moment was actually in a cemetery when we were first starting out and did not understand what I was fucking with, and went in with a tape recorder and a Zoom mic and headset, and had found a little boy's grave. He was a little boy. Did not I like to play in the dark. I'm one of these people. I'm not scared of walking into something that's pitch black unless there's going to be bugs, which you never know.
Or
right?
people.
Or people. But I will walk in without thinking about it. I'm not scared of it. And so it was a pitch black cemetery on a dark moon. So the sky was like overcast. There was no light. And it had all kinds of little toys set up at the grave. And I started talking to this kid. And I'm talking to this kid like I'm talking to a kid. And we get home and it's, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm reviewing my tape. And I'm like, can you tell me what color shirt I have on? Like, do you like motorcycles? He had little motorcycles and little kitty cats and stuff on his tombstone thing. And I'm like, so I'm listening back, and really clear, you can hear, it was an Olympic tape recorder. It said, can I have a kitty cat of my own, please? And I'm like,
wow.
Okay, so I was hooked. Like, I was immediately hooked.
So I have a question that I'm going to ask you that I ask, I've asked other psychic medium type people in the past. And what do you think that things could fool your abilities?
Absolutely. 110%. 110%.
I've met a lot of people that say I'll say the majority of them that they claim that their abilities can't be tricked, and I'm like, no. I
believe the demonic can trick anything.
Yeah, right. And that's kind of what I think too. Especially people who have the ability, I think they would probably hone in on you and try and trick you.
Absolutely, they do. Absolutely, they do. And that's why I want the equipment. And that's why I want a whole lot of other things.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm a handler too. So we actually went back because I was hooked. I'm hooked. I had a conversation with this dead kid, right? And I go back and so now I'm taking pictures of the tombstone. Didn't do that before. And no shit, I got the pictures. I got the receipts. The kid's name was Damien. Okay, does that freak you out a little bit? A little bit, just a little
Damien.
bit. Right? That movie is one of the freakiest movies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And so I'm talking to the kid, and he's like telling me he likes motorcycles, and I'm having this whole conversation. So I'm like hooked again, like, okay, so I'm hooked, and we spent limited time there. And so we went on, we had other places we were going. That was like a flyby. Like we did that. The third time we went to the cemetery was on Halloween. It was a full moon. I brought my son and his girlfriend at the time. We made 2 stops that night, and both of them were horrifically, tragically horror filled. So now we've got equipment. Now we're replaying stuff. Now we have, this has been a year and a half. We've got better equipment. And I'm real timing, and I'm listening back, and I've got an ITC device, and I say, how you doing, Damien? Do you remember me? And it comes through as a man on an ITC device, and it's a full thing. And I had just bought a motorcycle like 3 or 4 months before this. So you got a Harley Davidson, bitch?
What?
Wow.
And I'm like, holy shit, Chris, get over here. Like, I'm motioning because I'm by myself in this part of the cemetery. Come over here, get over here. And I said, what happened to the kid? And there's this maniacal, like deep laughing. And it's like, it was mocking me. And I'm like, I ran. That's run number one. I ran.
In Lovejoy.
And we never went back. Like, we never went back. We drove onto the bridge, which is connected like to the 9 Mile Cemetery. We drove onto the bridge, and hey, Tim, I had been dealing with somebody who, his name was Esther. She died on the bridge. It's a hangman's bridge. And I was talking to Esther. I mean, what could go wrong, right? My kids are outside the car. They're like totally freaked out. Now they're adult kids, totally freaked out by the car.
Well, that's fine. They're fine then.
Yeah, they were fine, but they were totally freaked out. And all of a sudden,
fine.
the swirl of energy started around, and I could feel this mass of energy, and it was pushing me to the edge of the bridge. And this, again, a lady maniacal laughing starts, and you can hear it, and everybody heard it. Everybody heard it. And I let out a scream, and I took off running, like running to the car. Chris is running after me. The kids locked themselves in the car and wouldn't open the door for us to get in. We finally
fired.
Get in. Yeah,
they're
right.
fired.
You're not going any place with us again.
You're all fired.
We get back home, and I had picked up my daughter along the way. She had been out with some friends hanging, and she goes, and the kids got, I don't know where I dropped them off. I don't remember. And I looked up at our bedroom window, and it was my son's bedroom window. And my daughter looks up and says, why is this person, his girlfriend, standing up in the window? I thought you dropped her off. And I said, we did drop her off. And she said, why is she standing in the window? My daughter sees dead people. And I'm like, holy shit. And you could see this dripping wet, like nasty looking female looking out the window. So we get home, we get in bed, we're just like, okay, we're tired, we're exhausted. I'm used to seeing dead people, whatever. And we have like tapestries that hang. We leave our doors open, and we've got tapestries that hang over the door. And I sat up, and you could see like muddy feet below the thing. And Chris was like, I see you, I fucking see you. Well, Esther lived with us for 1.5 years.
Oh.
And she liked Chris. She had an affinity for Chris. So she would sit on his side of the bed in the corner, and she would rock and cry. And she smelled like dead river fish.
Oh, nice.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So Chris that's the worst kind of attachment.
I mean, it was horrible. And she never did anything until one day, like you could smell her coming into the room, and she came into the room, and I'm like, oh God, she's here. Dead fish girl's there. And I have a katana at that time that hung over the bed. And a katana, you have to two-hand like de-sheath.
Yeah.
Hanging above the bed, sheathed. And that thing came open and dropped and missed my head by like this much.
So what did we learn?
Well, we learned a whole lot of things.
We learned to not hang katanas above our bed.
And not to bring home dead things.
What's up, Jay?
That's a good thing for some of our listeners. Now, you talk about doing it. You actually brought home
a year and a half.
Friend.
And then dropped her off at a client's house who was a paranormal person in the 50s. And this little 90-year-old lady used a walker and was demented, like really demented. But she was a paranormal, like she got one of the first grants at the University of Missouri to study horses and the paranormal. Reel-to-reel tape, old school seances and shit. And she walked like 1/4 of an acre out to the farm barn with the horses and lit candles in there, which could have burned everything, and fucking crossed her over.
Wow. But I guess you learned a lesson. You probably learned how not to bring home dead things.
I did.
So you got anything to share with our listeners about how to protect themselves and not bring home these dead friends? Or
one of the things I do is I have like a prayer that I go into, and I don't say it out loud, but it's just one of those things where I let things know, like what I come in with, I leave with, and what I find here stays here. And there are no boundaries to be crossed either way, so that I don't leave anything behind and nothing comes with me.
Hellcat says, I was in a live meeting on Zoom with one of my teams here in Houston that I work with, and the pastor that is part of the team says, "What's behind you?" And my quote, "Julie, tell the pastor, shush, shush."
Yep.
So
we don't talk about that.
I live right next to the bayou in Houston.
Uh-huh.
And that's where she came from, and apparently that fucked me up.
Yep. Yep. Wow. Bayou in Houston. I know where you're at. I know where you're at.
I had a question.
Waterways, things hang there in that bayou.
I had a really good question.
That's basically what you're saying is what we told people for like several years with PTF is to basically anchor in what they believe in their own faith.
Yeah.
And do something to embellish that to protect themselves from something.
Yeah.
You got to ground yourself, man. You got to get grounded, bro.
And
you got to go out barefooted.
I break the rules. Understand what I do. I break the rules. I'm okay breaking the rules, but I also feel safe enough doing that I can get out of what happens to me. I've had 2 straight on partial possessions at the same house with the same entity. You'd think I would have learned the first time, didn't, went back. But I learned from that as well. And that which doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And that's why I got into that and started learning about it so I could conquer that. And one of the things that I truly believe in is authority over things. And, you know, you can come in and, like, if you're robbing a bank, I can come in and hand them a piece of paper and say, "May I please have the cash in your drawer?" And that's not going to do shit, right? Like, really? Like, they're going to hit that panic button, right? But if I have a revolver that's loaded and I've got it right up to their head, and I'm like, "Bitch, give me the cash or I'm shooting you." Mm-hmm. That's authority. Yeah. That's what you have to do with the negative
authority by force.
Yeah, by force. So when I walk into a place, I have that authority. I have developed that authority because of what has happened to me. I know I'm going to win. So you're going to have to give up the ship before we even start. Like, if there's something bad there and I'm coming in to remove you, then guess what? Boom, you're gone. I'm going to win. And I know I'm going to win. And I know my guides are going to help me get there and help me win. Because I'm going to call in that authority, the divine.
That's faith. Yeah, your faith.
Yeah.
Margaret Shelton says, when I go into a home, I have to take off my shoe, or I have to take my shoes off. Yeah. So is that like a grounding to that place, though? Like, you know, like you're getting like tuned up to the location, sort of.
I do that too, Margaret, unless there's rat droppings and animal feces. And
that's probably not a good idea.
Yeah.
You might want to have a special pair of Crocs to take with you for that. I don't know.
White hat, white ball cap will protect your head if you're going into dark places. Doesn't always work, but it helps filter some of the stuff.
A white hat?
White is a spiritual barrier for your crown chakra. So like in voodoo and Santeria, white hats.
Yeah, white. Well, they wear white a lot most times when they're doing voodoo. I've done a little bit of voodoo research myself.
Yeah.
And
what about
going to plantations and stuff? I will always take like a white dress, a white long dress, and with long sleeves, and a white ball cap or a white head wrap, and like water and tobacco and whiskey. Just to offer and
libations.
Because to me that's really important for me to honor their tradition.
Well, that's a big deal for them, is to honor the ancestors and everything like that. And it's all libations.
Yeah,
it's like basically it's a sacrifice in a sense. It's like you have like the Loa. They have wherever you have your Loa shrine. Like with your, I'm going to just throw Papa Legba out there. Like, let's say you have a Papa Legba shrine there. You're going to offer him libations to keep him satisfied also. So It's an interesting thing.
Right.
Danny Brumley says, pair of flip-flops. There may be a market for those. There very well may be a market for those.
Yeah.
Maybe I could 3D print them, make them all hard. It's hard 3D printed material, uncomfortable.
Now, another question I had for you with your abilities metaphysically, like other ones out there, can you channel or do you pick up stuff from people's deceased relatives,
I
like
do.
messages?
I do.
How do you handle that?
It's funny, like usually I can separate myself from what I'm channeling. There was a closet incident where I was cleaning somebody's house, and twice I've had a reptilian come through, which is really weird. Like
was it Hillary Clinton?
No, it was actually a reptilian.
I got it. Okay.
And it was like, I wear like big nails. That's my thing. Like I wear big nails, and I was sitting in the closet in the dark, and I was trying to dig a hole in the floorboard, and I was smelling people.
What? Hold on a second.
Kind
of a little bit.
That was kind of an oops. Like that was
my brain didn't catch that all the way. I feel like
reptilians smell people. They use it's a whole thing. So I channeled that thing, and that was kind of weird and kind of scary because I couldn't really identify what it was at first that came through. One time I channeled someone for someone who was dead. It was a suicide, and they had a lot of issues that they needed to work through and tell that person. And I actually was able to let that person step into me for a minute. That was really freaky and exhausting, and I will probably never do that again on purpose. That was my first time doing that, and it was really sad, and it was really like tragic. Because I not only felt that person, but I felt everything that they went through too, and I didn't realize I was going to do that. That was an oops. Everything I've learned through experience. Like I don't listen to anybody. Like I just do it, and then I find out the hard way.
Yeah.
Sometimes
that's the best way to learn. Throw yourself in, sink or swim type stuff.
Yeah.
Until it's not the best way to learn, and it ends up like being your demise.
Well, it is, and that's why I have a handler. I mean, that's why I have somebody who watches my eyes, and he watches my body, and he's been with me long enough that he can tell like when my eyes shift and I'm like going under or something's there that's not me. Like there's a game plan there.
So you have to set yourself
So we're going to
up.
keep Chris with you during all investigations. We're going to need to keep Chris right next to you.
He's my buddy. That's why he records me, and that's why he works with me, is because I have a trust. I won't blindfold and go completely under if he's not there. I won't, because I'm afraid to, because nobody knows who I am and what changes with me except for him. And I know that he's got my 6 all the way through. So that's like really important, that because I do go in 100%. And like, I'm not scared. Like you want me to try to contact something in this house, I'm going to do it. We went to the 1858 house in
Garnet.
And the owner.
I went there the other day.
That's
but not for paranormal reasons. I went to install games in Garnet.
That was a crazy place, and the guy that owns
I've never been there.
Has
Justin.
Yeah, he has a Conjuring House mirror that he bought from the Conjuring House, and we did 10 minutes in at 456 frequency scrying with one candle in the room and a hotel mirror behind us. So we double binded with the mirrors, and we all had to like document what we did, and it was fucked up. It was really intense. And I did bring something home from that too. I did bring something home, and I'm still dealing with that thing, but it's not super negative. It's just kind of oppressive and sad, and I'm still working with that. But it's something you do for science. Like, you're on camera and you're being documented, and what does that frequency do? And 7 people did this shit, and 7 people almost came up with really close the same results, and none of us told each other what we saw. We wrote it out. So to me, that's like science, and I just want to document it.
Yeah. Ethan Pollard, one of our PTF members.
Hey, Ethan.
Says, is there any attire you shouldn't wear when investigating?
Nothing light, because it shows through like you're naked on a camera.
Yeah, that's true. What are you talking about, like on an IR camera?
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Spanx.
No.
Wear fucking Spanx, man. Because you always look like 20 pounds more bloated than
no yoga pants. No, was it white yoga pants or
No white yoga
pants?
pants. No, I do wear black yoga pants part of the time, but
whatever color it is that makes you
don't
look
wear
like
gray
you're
or any
naked.
light colors. Yeah.
No high heels.
No high heels. No.
Yeah, heels are probably a bad idea. It's probably not a great
I like to
situation.
wear boots of some kind. Like I do wear Crocs too, which is not a good idea. But if you're going to be outside, I would say some kind of boots in case, you get bit by a snake or there's bugs or shit like that.
I like to wear my my jogging shoes so I can run like hell if I have to. No, I'm just kidding.
I don't run like hell.
Yeah, I don't
like
run either. I'm just joking.
Don't wear white broad gloves. It does. Oh my God,
Margaret says, "Don't wear white bra. It glows." Well, Ethan, if you start wearing a white bra, I'm gonna be a little worried about you.
That's funny because I have one of my paranormal T-shirts. I've slit for like it's cool, but like I'll wear a push-up bra and it's slit down the front. It's ventilation because half the places we go like fucking don't have air conditioning, right?
It's sweltering.
And like you wear something really light like that and it does glow and it's like woo, like well, no, don't do that again. Yeah.
My thing is sweating. I sweat a lot. So I'm always running around setting stuff up and it doesn't take much for me to just break into a goddamn gigantic sweat and then I'll just be soaked, drenched in sweat. So I have to wear light stuff, so I don't sweat too much because I'm a sweater.
Yeah.
I always recommend that people seriously investigating with around others not to wear bright and reflective clothing.
Yep.
Because that can give false positives off of distant pictures and other,
stripes, anything like with metallic stripes or things like that, you don't want to wear.
So the paranormal investigators wearing black, some people make it a stereotype, but it's actually a smart thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
black from a color perspective is very drawing of energy. White reflects energy. Black will actually bring energy in. So when you're trying to investigate, black is actually a very open color for the spirits to come into. You're very open when you wear black. So that also helps, to be more open.
Is black a color or black just a hue?
I think black is like it's a
black, gray, and white are hues, I believe.
Yeah,
colors.
Maybe.
Sure, whatever. Greg.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know.
My whole closet's black. I don't know.
So maybe the hues not being colors have something to do with, something.
It could be the frequency of that tone. Yeah.
Well, it depends on who you're asking, Greg. This is from ChatGPT. Physics answer: black isn't a color of light. It's the absence of visible light. If no wavelengths hit your eyes, you see black. Pigment paint answer: in art and printing, black is a color because you can squeeze it out of a tube or hit it on CMYK printer cartridges. There you go. Perception answer: your brain perceives black as a color. So there you go. Perception is reality. ChatGPT, thanks.
Nice.
So getting back to your metaphysical abilities, I guess when you go in to channeling that, you have to set yourself up a certain way and have your handler. But I thought it'd be neat if you could pick up something for somebody that's listening to the podcast in the chat room now, but I don't know if that's possible.
Let me think on that for a minute while we talk.
I'm getting somebody who their name starts with a B.
No, I don't do that. I don't play with numbers or letters.
A B.
I don't play with numbers or letters.
I'm picking up something.
Bobby
round.
Billy Brumley.
Billy Brumley.
That might be it. And something round. Something round and significant to him.
To Danny?
Uh-oh.
To the person that we're picking up. I don't know.
I'm thinking we're picking up on Danny. We're picking up on Danny Brumley. Danny, what do you got this rounding significant?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
We're not making fun of you, Julie. We're just
I know.
No.
No, I got a hard skin when it comes to that. Somebody on the chat right now has had a recent.
I was making fun of Greg for the question, actually. More Greg. And
wait a minute.
Julie's he's a John Edwards simp.
Wait a minute. Julie's ready to speak.
No, I just said somebody's had a recent loss. Somebody in the thing has had a recent loss, and it's a male, and I would say he was probably 60, 50. I'm bad at age. I really am bad with ages, 50 to 60. And he wants them to know he's okay. He has I would say kind of dirty boots, like workman's boots. They're dirty, they're mud covered. Kind of got a belly on him, had a cough. Did smoke. He's showing me cigarettes. I don't know whether he smoked like at his death or if he had quit smoking, but he's showing me cigarettes. Unfiltered for a period of time. He's okay. He needs you to know he's okay. He's good. Let's see if more comes through.
That's amazing to be able to.
I kind of smell like gasoline, or like maybe he worked on cars part-time or tractors or something like that. I think he's kind of got that motor oil and kind of. Your dad. Yeah. Uh-oh. Did he have cancer or did he have like COPD? Because I'm real tight in the chest. Like I feel like my airway's closing off. Oh, the nursery. Okay.
Oh, for like trees?
Mm-hmm.
Or just plants?
He's doing really good. He's busy. I'm not sure what busy means, but he's telling me he's busy. He's doing his thing. Smokers have. Okay. Okay. He also, Margaret, he also says to tell you that he's sorry. You'll know what that means. He will not give me the details. He's like, no, but he's sorry.
Oh, Lord. Well,
I would say this is, oh, he's in hell. Okay. Well, yeah. Okay. So okay. He's sorry.
Might be what he's busy with.
Might be what he's been. Yeah. And again, I go low, I go deep. So yeah. Thank you, Margaret. Yeah.
That's
he has regrets now. He does have regrets now, if that makes you feel any better. I think the lesson is learned and he's probably getting his karma.
Kim said it sounds like her dad too, but he passed many years
ago. This is fairly recent. This is not years. This is fairly recent. Yeah, we'll talk, Margaret.
Yeah, it's amazing that Julie is picking up something about somebody's family of a, current, an old timer from PTF that's, in the metaphysical aspect as well. Yeah. But I've always heard that sometimes metaphysical people can't pick up what's close to them. And it takes another one to pick that up for them. So,
yep. 6 months ago. Thank you. That would confirm it's Margaret's. Yeah.
Her dad died 6 months ago. She said it hadn't been years.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Wow.
That's pretty accurate.
Yeah.
So Margaret's going to be wanting to get in touch with you.
Yeah, we'll talk.
Margaret's done. Speaking of Margaret, she's done amazing things with the team too.
That's awesome.
I remember one time we went out. It was in Bon Terre, Missouri, I think, and it was for the newspaper out there for their Halloween articles. But we had to go investigate this place. Margaret comes out. Sometimes and you probably know this from experience, sometimes you don't pick up on the haunting, but you pick up stuff about the family or related to them.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just walking through the backyard and stops, and she looks at him. She goes, "You got your two pets buried here, your two dogs." And there was no marker. That I still remember because one was a name that wasn't normal for a dog, Ajax.
Huh.
And
Yeah.
she told him the name of their dogs, Ajax and whatever.
Damn. Sorry.
You
Oh,
okay?
that's fine.
Yeah, that he just needs to leave.
It's from picking up Margaret's father and his smoking issue.
Yeah, just that.
Oh, well.
Yeah, it takes me a minute. Like he needs to just go on. Yeah.
At least she didn't pick up an amphibian and start.
No reptilians this time.
No crawling around on the rug.
Smelling everybody.
No, an amphibian like a frog, and you're not snatching flies out.
Yeah.
No reptilians.
It could happen. It was a draconian. Actually, it was a draconian family reptilian because we had to Google that shit. Like we had to chat GPT and try to pull up pictures because I'm describing it and I had no idea what the fuck it was. Like I knew it was a reptile, it had scales, but I didn't know what it was. And it was a draconian.
Told you he was an ass.
He is. He is.
Wow.
Yeah. He's paying for it though, dear. He's paying for it.
So is that type of reading come with the bones or is that something completely different?
I mean, when I do bones, I channel. I mean, it comes through. Yeah. So, I mean, like one of the funniest stories I have is real quick is when I was like reading somebody and it was, again, a suicide. I tend to work with certain things like sex addicts or sex workers or addictions or suicides tend to come through. And it's a past life thing. It's like, I think that's why they seek me out. But, the family had come to me as a family and I was working and like people will show me different things so that I can tell the family like for real, this is what's going on. I'm seeing this person. And it's not things like, oh, they smoke a cigarette and they've got a cup of black coffee. That's real generic. When readers do shit like that, that's not real. So like I'm sitting there and this dude fucking
cigarette.
Yeah, this dude fucking takes his shoes off, like these boots off, work boots, and I'm seeing him like to my right shoulder, and he fucking puts his feet in my face, like dirty, stinky work feet in my face. And I'm a smell person, like visual.
This is a ghost.
It's a ghost. It's a spirit.
Oh shit! And
I'm gagging, like I am gagging because I can smell these dirty, nasty feet, and I'm a gagger. Like smells like really get to me. And I'm like, and I'm laughing at the same time I'm gagging, and I'm trying to like, okay, no, this cannot be like, do I have to tell these people this? Please give me something else. And he just kept wiggling these, and they were just nasty nails, dirty feet. And finally, like the family's like, what is going on? And I'm like, okay, this is going to be really like insane. And please tell me I'm wrong if I'm wrong. But this dude just took his work boots off and took his socks off and shoved his nasty toenail feet in my face. And the daughter starts laughing, like really laughing. And the son is like going, oh God, that's dad. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. And they'd say when he got off work, he would take his boots off when they were little and he would stick his feet in their face like as a joke.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
And I'm like going, okay, well, that's nice. So now you know it's your dad because like I couldn't have made that shit up, right? But now you like go on because I'm sitting there going, you know, it's a whole
your
thing.
dad's disgusting. Get your dad out of here. You guys got to go. Take your dad and his disgusting feet with him.
Yeah.
So some ghosts can have smelly feet then.
They're able to show you what they want to show you in that moment.
Can they fart like that British show? What was that British show, KD? Do you remember?
Oh, which one was it? What was it? You talking about the skit show?
Well, the actual paranormal show, yeah.
Oh, paranormal show? I don't know.
Sandy, if she's on, would know it. She'd probably remember. I can't. But there was a thing in there where they talked about a ghost fart one time.
Oh, ghost fart.
Oh, my Lord.
Was it a
That
ghost?
sounds like something you would say, like if you were investigating and you farted and you didn't want anybody to know you did it.
Yep, it was a ghost fart.
Just blame it on the ghost.
Yeah.
That wasn't me. It was the ghost. It was the ghost. It was totally you guys smell sulfur? I smell sulfur. It must be a demon here.
Or my cat.
Or your cat? Your cat smells like sulfur?
Oh my God, my cat shits and smells up
Just
the whole
farting
house.
all the time. I have a cat like that.
I mean, he like
I'm
dumps
turning
in
into a cat lady.
The whole house is just like, whoa, bad.
I had a Maine Coon that was.
Mine is a Maine Coon.
Oh God, they're so terrible. They take giant shits, and they. Oh my God, it's bad.
Oh
He's
man,
like a lion. He's like a little lion. He just take gigantic dumps.
And he ghost farts too. He gets in the litter box and he scrunches up his face, and like you can hear him shitting, and you're just like, what the hell, dude?
Yeah, they're a mess.
Oh, at least
damn,
he tries.
Yeah, damn, I can't think of nothing else to ask Julie offhand.
Well,
maybe our listeners do.
Yeah, I mean,
I've been staying pretty caught up on the messages here on the comments. I'm pretty caught up, but
any questions? I'm open.
We're stuck on the fart thing here. Margaret Shelton says no chili, eggs, or Mexican before. I assume you're saying before investigation.
Woo! Chinese food. I burp growl. I sound like a velociraptor in my microphone all the time. Like I'm always like, it's not demon. That's me.
Ethan says, I'm sure the ghost would appreciate the blame.
But Julie does have her own podcast she could plug.
She does. Julie, it's time for you to plug away. Plug your stuff.
The Spiritual Speakeasy on Supernatural Inc.'s network, where the bar is always open and the spirits are always served. I will talk about anything and everything, very candor. I have somebody who does an F-bomb count because I cuss a lot. I have musicians on. Shout out to Iomi. Love you, guy. Thank you so much. He was my guest. Is going to be my guest this Sunday. It's pre-recorded. But we're going to be watching it. Both of us are going to be watching it live and monitoring. We're super excited about that.
Yeah, that's cool.
He's a terrific dude. Just absolutely terrific. Does spells, casts spells in his music. He's a pagan witch, very amazing guy. I really like him. It was a real candid interview. Cool. I do that. Raven's Eye Paranormal is Chris and my paranormal team. We do that by ourselves. We have people that we like to hang out with and investigate with, but by ourselves, that's we're just a team by ourselves. I do shamanic cleansings and bone readings. I can do them via internet. And good night, Margaret. Thank you for the conversation. So I do that out of my house, and that's pretty much what we do. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Now when's your podcast? When's it on for people to listen to?
It is Sunday night at 6 p.m.
On Facebook, YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube Supernatural Inc.
Yeah,
and my Facebook or my YouTube as well. But yeah, Supernatural.
We're trying to get more YouTube viewers, so everybody go over to the YouTube channel. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe all of our stuff. Yeah. Subscribe to our channel and share our stuff and like it all.
Juli Couch on Facebook, JULI. Smash the follow button and subscribe. Subscribe there too.
That's funny when you said smash. You said smash the like button and subscribe, and then you rang the bell. I feel like you did that.
I kicked my singing bowl under my bing.
Greg, got anything you'd like to plug?
Well,
I think I'm plugging it right now.
Yeah, I don't have to plug that. You got that up.
Boom.
So
dolls. I have haunted dolls, and they are on my podcast too.
Oh, there you go.
I do. I have a possessed doll. And I have Theodora. She's possessed, and then I actually have 3 haunted dolls, and I like to line them up and put on different devices, and they argue with each other. That's always fun. And KD's MCOM, which should not like make sounds and do like a lot of swear words and shit.
Yeah, it shouldn't.
And my cat, so Theodora hangs out in my shop, my little office thingy that I work on people in, and she's highly protected. But the cat, Kenny the cat, the Maine Coon, he goes in and sits on her lap, and he likes her a lot. They like each other. And so he perts, Maine Coons talk all the time, and he's like, meow. And so I was doing a pod, and I had my dolls all around, and I had the MCOM with Theodora, just because she tends to talk more and get sassy. And I had necromancer or necro, whatever it is, necrophonics. I had it with my other dolls, and Kenny walks up, and Kenny goes, and Katie's MCOM goes, meow. It sounded just like the cat, and the cat answered back, and they got going back and forth on one of my pods. That was pretty cool.
That's interesting.
And then Theodora told the other doll that she was a fucked up bitch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I said
that kind of stuff does come through the MCOMs.
Yeah,
the
and it just like
MCOM is kind of a I don't know. Maybe it's like a better box for swearing ghosts, because I get a lot of swearing ghosts that come through the
I do.
MCOM.
I get called a lot of names on the MCOM.
Yeah, it's weird, because it's just FM radio, like, well, it's above and below a little bit, FM radio band, but like you shouldn't, even if it were radio, right? If it were radio, you wouldn't get any F bombs, because
not only do I
radio,
get
you don't hear F bombs on the radio.
Every place I go, I'm called a whore on your MCOM.
That's kind of, well, I didn't do that on purpose. And that is not.
I think it's my style, really. I mean, I come in and I'm a white chick with dreads, and I'm tatted up, and I dress kind of.
I think that's
not to say that. Go ahead, Greg. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I think it's got something to do with the ability that some of you possess, because I noticed that with Margaret in some places too. Mm-hmm. She'll be there investigating, and we pick up some bizarre EVPs in that, like the bitch word and this and that, referring to her. Yeah. And you're saying the same thing as.
Yeah. It's always horror. And I'm like, thank you. Like, I'm just like, okay, good. Well, I got a response. That's all I really wanted.
Yeah. I mean, right. I usually don't get good responses, like positive responses. I get shit like Mark of the Beast.
Yep.
Weird shit. That was at Pythian Castle. But did you say the Pythian Castle event is sold out?
Yeah, that's been sold out for quite a while.
Yeah, so I'm not going to plug that one. But you can be on the lookout for next year's.
Absolutely.
That is another event we have that this year, but it's sold out, like Greg said. So sorry, but well, Greg, you got anything else you wanna add?
Oh, not really. It was great talking to Julie. I can't wait to meet her.
Thank you so much.
It was.
Both OG and reverse speech in K-Box Gen 2 is notorious for profanity during my sessions in the woods. Nice.
Yeah, the reverse speech box is also a cursor as well. Mm-hmm. That's weird too. I probably heard a lot. I've heard more cursing from the reverse. The reverse box is crazy, man. That's just crazy to me. Like, whatever you think about ITC or whatever. Anton Ritter says, good night, all. Good night, Anton.
Good night.
I hope I pronounced your name right. But it's always crazy to me that like you're getting full sentences in reverse audio, right? Mm-hmm. So even if you don't believe in the ITC thing, there has been research done on like reverse audio and people saying things like our subconscious is actually speaking for us, and when you reverse our audio, like people giving speeches a lot of times, and so that's even an interesting thing to think about as well, the type of stuff that you could get that way. But regardless, it is an interesting phenomenon. I'm going to call it a phenomenon. That reverse box is very cool. And whenever I'm not going to say I don't like the Estes method. I'm going to say that I like to use the speech to text because it's more unbiased than a person would be. So I like to hook up my reverse ink box directly, like audio out directly into my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll put it on, speech to text app. And then I'll just let it rock. And it's hearing. It's not hearing you. It's not hearing anything else around it. It's just hearing what's coming out of your the reverse box. And Tim says backmasking. Yes, backmasking.
I love that. Like, to me, that's so interesting when you go into. So they say the theory behind it is they say your higher conscious won't let you actually lie. Like you can't.
Right.
It's almost impossible for you to verbalize a lie in one form or the other. So we speak forward, obviously. We speak, and we'll speak the lie, but the speech patterning of what comes out of our mouth, if it is a lie, the words we choose will actually tell the truth in backward format. So it's like a game our brainwaves, our higher conscious plays. So when you take these speeches and you take things and you run them through a reverse play, you will hear the ulterior motive coming through in that, just like you do with record albums and things like that.
Yeah, that's very interesting to me. So, like, regardless of your thoughts on ITC, the backmasking, the reverse audio thing is a very interesting topic. So we have reached the end of our time here. I'm just going to say, if you like what you've seen here and you want more, then go like, share, and subscribe over on the Paranormal Task Force page on Facebook, or you can go over to our Supernatural Inc. Paranormal Network page on Facebook also, and you can like that, share that, and subscribe or whatever to that, follow, whatever. YouTube, Supernatural Inc. Paranormal Network, Supernatural Inc. Paranormal Technologies, both of those channels. And you can find us there. And you can buy my equipment. So just pretty much anything you see online. Greg was telling me earlier I need a store. And we do have a store. We have an online store, but I don't think it's functional right now. It might be.
But something easy, which lists your equipment, and so it'd be even harder.
Yeah. So we're working on that. I think Katie actually has that page, but I don't like promote it a lot because that gives me a lot more work to do.
Spiritual Speakeasy podcast stuff. I have hoodies and t-shirts and all kinds of merch stuff, and hit me up. Text me, DM me. I answer.
All right.
If you want to meet her, come down to Potosi on Saturday, September 20th.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you do come out to Potosi and you come out to when you go to the Long Bantha house, right?
Yep.
And you go down in the basement.